Okay, yeah, that's a great energy. Thank you very much. My name is Svitlana Chaplinska. I work as a security engineer at Metacore Games. And today I'm going to talk to you about thread modeling. So put your hand up if you've ever been part of a thread modeling session. Yay! Okay, we have like even maybe 60-40, 70-30. Very good. So my idea with this presentation is that if you've done thread modelings before, it's great. And if you haven't, I hope that you can take it back home after it and apply it to your work. So what's thread modeling? My magic wand. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, so thread modeling is a structured way to find security issues by asking what goes wrong and what should we do about it. And if you ask any security person about thread modeling, you would usually hear that it's just the best thing ever. But I think in a way it's very biased for me to say that. So I asked my colleagues with whom we do thread modeling sessions relatively often to give their opinion, and they said that it's great. If you do a couple of thread modeling sessions, it's basically a skill that you learn, so then you can detect those security threats yourself. So it's a nice muscle that you can train. So thread modeling is basically asking 4 questions. So the first one would be what are we working on? What can go wrong? What can we do about it? And did we do a good job? So now let's talk quickly about all 4 of these. So what are we working on? So first thing that you will have to do if you do a thread modeling session, you will have to scope your cluster. So you will have to basically do a drawing of your architecture, and depending on who you're doing thread modeling session with, you will have to decide, it doesn't have to be your entire application. It can be just some small part of it. But basically, you can draw your cluster, what's inside, what outside, what talk with what. And very important is that you also draw the trust boundaries between all the components. So basically, what can talk with what and how do we know about it. So next thing is what can go wrong. There are a lot of different approaches how to actually approach this. So the most famous out there is probably a stride approach. So instead of asking what's insecure here, you can ask a bit more specific questions. So for example, you can ask, can someone change something, which will be tampering, that was named after second largest city in Helsinki, Tampere? Probably it wasn't, but there is some resemblance in the name at least. And if you take stride, it matches very nicely with the Kubernetes. So you can be, for example, in tampering, can we deploy a poisoned image, for example? So you can ask a lot of very specific questions. Then you will have to write it down, write all of your threads. It can be sticky notes or virtual sticky notes. And the next important step would be for you to actually decide what are you going to do about it. So important thing here is for you to decide that you will have to fix what actually matters for you. A plausible outcome is that you will just accept a risk in some points. And you can use AI to help you maybe ideate on what type of threats you can have in your environment. But important thing here, don't rely on it. Use it as an advisor, not as a mastermind. Good news, Cloud Native ecosystem has an incredible tooling in 2026. So for each of the threads group, there are very cool projects that can help you to fix your issues. And there are a lot of great maintainers that are actively working on it. So give a hands up for all the maintainers of these incredible tools. And final step is, did we do a good job? So document your results, because what's not written will be gone, most likely. And then use it as a reflection for the future thread modeling sessions as well. So to sum this up, security can be just a coffee session with your team where you sit down, try to thread model, and then thread modeling is definitely not a magic. It's just a conversation where you need to ask good questions and then act on them. So scope it, write it down, fix what you can and what matters. Thank you very much.